Press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Done, Ashish, your BCom plus CA, CS, CFA, FRM, worked with Goldman Sachs, and all of this before MBA.
Right. And what I had done was I had a big IIM Ahmedabad poster in my room.
Hey, so hi everybody, welcome to Real Humans of B School. Today we are here in conversation with Ashish, who's from IIM Calcutta and has an amazing background. I mean, like, I was just running through his profile. He's done CA, he's done CFA, FRM and an MBA. Wow. I mean, like, is there something which you have left, Ashish, in your preparations for finance studies?
Yeah, plan to do a few more.
Wow, okay, still wants to do a few more. और यहाँ पे guys हम एक ही एग्जाम देके थक जाते हैं कि यार बहुत बड़ा चीज कर लिया है अचीव. So what made you, Ashish, go and give all of these exams?
So like I come from a traditional Marwadi family, a traditional business family, and so we have always been taught that okay, you are supposed to join business, and probably if you want to study a bit, you can just join a chartered accountancy course for some experience. So when I joined chartered accountancy course, I really started liking finance and accountancy. So I started pursuing CS and CFA alongside it. Okay. And as I studied more, I really enjoyed the subjects, and probably that's why I just kept on adding courses, and I really liked studying it. And once I went into Goldman and saw the practical application of all the courses, I was just really moved by it, and that's why then later I decided to pursue MBA to explore the management side.
Okay, so I missed out CS. So basically you have done, Ashish, your BCom plus CA, CS, CFA, FRM, worked with Goldman Sachs, and all of this before MBA.
Right.
Wow, like how is it that MBA would not have taken you? I'm so sure they would have been like, wow, welcome on board, Ashish, let's just get you in for sure without any questions.
So I did expect something like this, but in reality that did not happen. So even after getting a 99.90, interviews were pretty tough, be it Ahmedabad interview or the Calcutta interview.
Okay.
They really grilled me out, and when it was IIM Lucknow's interview, it was a stress interview, and I almost had tears in my eyes when I came out of the interview room.
Oh my god, we will talk about your interview experiences for sure in detail, Ashish. Tell me something like, like you said, you come from a typical Marwari family, which is about doing finance or doing business. So once you got into CA, CS, and then you wanted to go ahead and study further ahead, or work while you were working with Goldman Sachs, did they never tell you that no, leave all of this and come back to business?
No, so like since I was always involved with my family business, I knew that what are the growth aspects there and how things would turn out. So even when I was working with Goldman or I was studying, I was involved with my family business at a strategic level. Okay. And my family used to carry on the day-to-day operation, but I was always there for some strategy consulting or providing guidance on, okay, this is how the market is growing, or this is how the market is changing, and how probably we should adapt to it. So this is something which I even do today. But I felt that if I actually go into the profession side, it would be like I would be able to explore my capabilities or my skills in a better way than being engaged in the day-to-day operations of my family business. So my family was very supportive of it.
Wow, that's really nice. That's really good to hear. Like a lot of times people have this challenge to convince their families to, let go of the business and pursue a job, because it's always like कि खुद का business है तो job क्यों करनी है. So, that's really interesting. And then with Ashish, all of this, like you did CS, you did all of these exams, CFA, FRM. While you were preparing for your CAT, did you ever feel that, you've kind of given so many exams that you lose out motivation? Because many a times, if you see not all of this, but even if after a CA, it just gets difficult for them to get back to the whole fact of studying once again and, putting in that required hard work. So did you ever feel that way?
No, so actually something really opposite happened to me. So I used to follow one of the CAT teachers. I was really inspired by him, and recently that founder is one of the biggest unicorns in India. Okay. So he had given a statement that the more frustrated you are with your job, or the more willingly you want to change something, the more effort you put in for an exam. So I really wanted to move to a front end, and that was the driving force for the CAT exam. Because while we are preparing for CA or the CFA exam, that time it's usually your articleship is going on, or in case of CA, you also get a few months leave for your preparations.
Correct.
CAT was the first time where you're actually working 14 to 16 hours in an organization, and post that you actually need to start studying for your CAT, and at the same time you're the ownership, or you're accountable for your work. There's a lot of tensions, but then again you have to take out time and ensure that with that mindset you need to study. So that time the biggest motivation was that this line that okay, I'm really want to be somewhere. And what I had done was I had a big IIM Ahmedabad poster in my room.
Wow.
And that was the biggest motivation factor for me, that okay, I really want to be in that place, and that used to motivate me.
That's very interesting. So you come with a hardcore finance background and all of this. When you enter into IIM Calcutta, I'm sure you would have a lot of people from diverse backgrounds. So how was it to cope up with the kind of cultures that they are, and did people out there start treating you like, okay, finance guru aa gaya hai Ashish, and all of that?
So yeah, I did get that finance guru treatment, but when you start studying, you realize that okay, out of probably the 18 courses you would be studying in your first year, only 2 belong to finance.
Correct.
And it's a lot of relating marking is there. So suppose if out of 100 marks you're getting 99 and someone is getting 88, you both may end up getting the same grade. So you realize that okay, finance, like you're good at finance, it may help you get a finance job comparatively more easily than others, but it won't be really helping you in your examination or your CG score.
Correct.
But yeah, it was a cultural shock for me when I went there, because I've always interacted with people from commerce background. Engineering exposure has been really limited. So the nearest engineering college which I was aware of was IIT Kharagpur, and thought it to be the best college in the world. But when you go there, you realize that okay, IIT Delhi, IIT Bombay is there, IIT Madras is there. Every other person at IIT Delhi has a startup with him, and these people are coming with amazing profile, amazing exposure, and still they want to. A lot of people were there while studying at IIM Calcutta. They were talking about okay, going for further studies to Harvard, or probably doing a double MBA 5 years down the line. So this was something which I had not heard in my life, or which I did not even think in my dreams. So this was like the first few days was a cultural shock, but when you started mingling with them more, you realize that okay, it was our limitation as a commerce professional that we did not interact or did not have a comprehensive view or a comprehensive approach. So as time went on, you interact with your peers more, and you realize that okay, you are gradually building towards a more comprehensive view of life and jobs.
Okay, so that's really lovely and interesting, and the way you put it across, I mean, I think that's something which everybody goes through. For an engineer, it would be so contemplating. Yeah, I thought I'm an IIT Bombay person who's been a topper always, and look at finance. I'm scared of finance. I'm scared of marketing because it's something totally new. So I'm sure everybody, the first few weeks are, I think, kind of adjusting to the new whole culture, the new curriculum and everything. So, is it very supportive of everybody, or you have to fight it out alone?
No, people are very supportive because everyone realizes that they are on the same boat. So I think the biggest shock comes in because I personally feel that anyone who's at IIMs has achieved a lot in life, and suddenly when your first grades are out, you realize that okay, someone who has been a topper all his life is suddenly getting the average score because the competition level or the pool has just improved.
Yes.
So, and a lot of people are there who are suffering from this. So people in the first year or the first 2 semesters are really very supportive because there are activities going on, there's sports going on, academics is there, variety of academics like from supply chain to economics to history, and at the same time your placement pressure is there. So
Correct.
First 2 semesters is the real time when you bond with your friends, because I believe that when you're at your low in life or when you're at a low point, you tend to mingle more, or you tend to engage with people and friendship more. So the first 2 semesters are usually the time when people start making the real friends at your B school, because everyone is so down in life, there's so much happening around, everyone is feeling lost. So that's the best time to make friends, but that is also the best time of learning because at IIM Calcutta, we feel that anyone who could have surpassed their two semesters without breaking down, I think that person can face anything in life.
Lovely. That's interesting. That's so true. Everything is so challenging, and so you from being on top of the world, of being a topper, getting a 99.9 percentile, you're all grounded because everybody out there is a 99 percentiler. Like you're in a pool of all smart pants sitting out there.